Slow down, have fun. You know what? I'll bet you never thought you'd hear that about work, about mastering your monsters and getting more done, but it's really true, and this video is going to give you the secret. Hello there once again. Really nice to be with you today to talk more about creating your ultimate life. A life of purpose, prosperity, and joy that you create and you alone. Nobody can give it to you and nobody can take it away. Isn't that fun? A life of purpose, prosperity, and joy that you create by serving with your divine gifts. Now, you've heard me say that hundreds of times because this is episode 610. What do I mean by that? Well, what I mean by that is you're creating a life of joy doesn't depend on what you have. It depends on who you are. Creating a life of purpose depends on you choosing and living into a purpose. Sometimes I have clients who tell me, well, I don't really feel called to anything. I don't really have a purpose. Well, I wonder how do I find my life's purpose? Well, clarity is overrated. It is not found, it is created. That's a cute little rhyming thing that I say. Clarity is overrated. It is not found, it is created. And I think it was Steve Jobs is credited at least with saying, learn to love what you do. Like, you get to choose what you do. If you don't like the work that you have, the job that you have, the situation that you have, change, leave, move, do something about it. This nonsense about being stuck is just nonsense. You start stuck and you stay stuck if you choose stuck. If you put your gear shift in gear S for stuck, hey, that's your choice. Nobody can make you stay stuck. Now, you might need some help. I was stuck in depression. I was stuck in self-loathing. I was stuck in addictions and all the stuff that comes with it for a long time. I finally got some help, and I got unstuck. So you, me, none of us, we don't have to stay stuck. You're free to change that right this minute, right here, right now. I would invite you to do that. If your life isn't going exactly like you want it, why not? Like, what could you do differently today? That's your question. So today's episode is slow down and have fun. Now, yesterday we talked about life being a game, and winning the game means being maximally developed. The game of life is about personal development. The game of life is not collecting trophies, seeing how many, doesn't matter, cars, houses, boats you can buy. It's not about even collecting experiences. How many cool and fun things can I do on my bucket list before I die? That isn't the maximum life. The maximum life is how many people can I love? How many people can I serve? How many people can I bless? How can I discover, develop, and serve with my divine gifts? That's where happiness lies. Because even if you look at people who do, the adrenaline junkies who do dangerous things and they do more and more and more because they need another fix. It's like any drug. You need more of it to feel the rush. Well, you can never get enough of what you don't need because what you don't need won't satisfy you. And I didn't invent that. I heard that somewhere and I'm repeating it because it's so good. I don't need, and neither do you, $1 billion. I need to eat regularly. I need to be safe. And if those things aren't present in your life right now, then that's the first order of business. But beyond that, learning to love and serve is what we're built to do. We were created out of love. God is love. We were created from that love, so it's not a surprise that our very nature is to love. So today I want to talk about 3 parts of this. Slow down and have fun. And fun, of course, can mean like skiing fast down a mountain, and that's fun, or eating something really good. Those things are fun. Having a wonderful time at a drama or a play or movie, that can be fun. And I love those things. And so do you. The good ones, vacations, and all those things are fun, but they're short. The total real internal joy that lasts and lasts and sparks good memories and everything, that isn't trivial and it isn't short term. When people are dying, when their life is coming to a close, when they're in their twilight years, they're not thinking about how many ski runs they made. They're thinking about their relationships, the love, things they didn't do or say they wish they had done or said. And it isn't about another, fun thing with fun defined in a traditional way. So here's the three parts. Number one, remember today's episode is slow down and have fun. Number one is, where are you going so fast? Part two is a story that I have about helicoptering down, or hurry up and what? Not hurry up and wait. We all know that about bureaucracies, hurry up and wait. But the question really is, hurry up and what? And then I have a story about a helicopter. And then part three is learning to enjoy each part. So let's back up and answer the question, where are you going so fast? So often we get up in the morning and we're rushing to I got to get this done, and I got to get this done, and I got to get this done. And we have a long list of things, and the feeling, the myth, the story that we're sometimes indoctrinated into is this. Well, if I get all this stuff done, then I can play. It's a fungus that I used to have when I was growing up. You can't play till your work's done. And I know that it wasn't intentional, but that created a horrific consequence in my life, that I felt guilty about doing anything fun as long as there was other work that I could do. So that meant it was never okay to have fun because there were other work things I could do, and that's just wrong. Flat out wrong. I was talking to a client yesterday that had a little bit of the same story, that somehow relaxing, fun, enjoyable things were things that we can't do very much because there somehow has to be a struggle. We have to be in the midst of struggle, that life needs to be the struggle. And then, maybe we can have a little bit of enjoyment. But most of it is struggle. I don't think life was designed that way. Okay, there's some scripture that I've seen that says man is that he might have joy. And I don't think the prophet who wrote that meant, okay, we're all supposed to go do everything trivial and fun that we can find at the expense of growth and service. That's not what was meant. But it did mean that we're designed to have deep joy in our hearts. So my question to start with is, where are you going so fast? We've all heard stop and smell the roses. And we think, okay, we're going to take some time to stop and smell the roses, and then rip right back down to the hurry up and what? Life that seems to be somehow glamorized. Well, there's nothing good about that. So here's what I would encourage you to try for a week. Do only one thing at a time. Do not multitask. One thing at a time. Number two, give all of your attention and love to that thing. I don't care if you think you hate it. Oh, I hate this. I got to hurry up and get that done. No, you don't. Slow down and have fun with it. You've decided to do it. I don't care if it's cleaning the toilet. Slow down and have fun. Slow down and do it with gusto all the way in. Try it. I dare you. A week. Every single thing you do, making your bed, cleaning the toilet, anything at all that you do, and maybe you love cleaning toilets, I don't know. Whatever it is, I picked that because that was something I didn't enjoy. So whatever yours is, you take my challenge for a week. Slow down and do it with gusto and with fun. Part two is the story about the helicopter. So I was in a counseling session one day, and I was exhibiting some of this, got to do this, got to do that, and the shrink asked me, so what is it that you're hurrying to get done? And to illustrate, I had talked earlier in the session about a ski hill that I loved, and I don't remember why we talked about it, but it's one of the ones with the highest vertical drop in North America, and I happened to be skiing there, and it's beautiful, and it was a a very difficult run. It was black, or parts of it were double black. And it was a long, long vertical run, and it took a long time to get down. And so his question was this. He said, if you took the lift and to get to the real fun part, you took a lift and then you had to do some traversing to go down the back side of this particular mountain, not the front side. The front side was great as it was, but the back side was really spectacular. 10-foot drop to get in and some really steep slopes. So he said, so you do that traverse and you're right there ready to get in. Now, what would you do? How would you feel if the helicopter picked you up right there at the top and then set you off at the lodge? And I said, well, that would be stupid because I just took this lift up and then I did this traverse so that I could have this spectacular run down. And he said, well, have you ever fallen on that run down? I said, yeah, it's a tough run. I have crashed and burned a few times. Well, why wouldn't you want a helicopter ride down then? And I told him, well, you idiot. The fun is in the journey down, the challenge, the scenery, the effort, the blood, sweat, and tears, ripping the runs and missing the trees and doing the gullies. And that's the fun. You take the helicopter, you don't take the helicopter, you take the lift up and do the traverse so that you can do the down run, right? And he said, oh, okay. And then it dawned on me that my whole life I was living in the I got to get it done-ness instead of the enjoying the run down the mountain. And he said part of his illustration was, it'd be a lot faster if you took the helicopter down, then you'd be done. All the way down, boom, done. There you are, safe, no crashes, and you made it safe. And you're down and it's even faster. And of course, we had a laugh about that. But I've thought about that 100 times since then, or 1,000. Where am I? And I'm asking you now, where are you rushing through? Any part of your life, like helicoptering down from the top of this lift to the lodge and missing all the parts, even though it's slower, even though it's more difficult, even though you might crash and burn. Where are you doing that? And I've let that lesson sink in so many times. Some examples, writing books. Sometimes I feel if I get these chapters, hurry up, get these chapters done, instead of just taking the time that it needs, not dillying but just enjoying the process of expression. Same thing in the recording studio when I'm doing vocal takes, enjoying the process of creation. Same thing when I'm mixing a song or when I'm painting or doing any expression, like the idea of I got to hurry up and get this done is the wrong thing. Oh, well, let's just hurry up and die and then life will be over. No, let's slow down, because the real question is hurry up and what? Okay, this experience is over. Let's get to the next one and then the next one, and let's accelerate them so they happen faster and faster. And then what we really do is we miss the texture, we miss the nuances, we miss the richness of the experience of life itself. So my challenge for you today is to think about where in your life are you rushing through things? Where are you saying, oh, I can't wait till this is over? Oh, I can't wait till... What would be wrong with making an intentional, conscious choice to slow down and have fun? Slow down and enjoy each part. Here's what I know is going to happen. You're going to notice things you didn't notice before about each part of the activity. Maybe it's a conversation with your mate, your life partner. Maybe it's a conversation with your kid. Maybe it's a experience or conversation with a client or with a business partner. Maybe most of all, it's some time alone with yourself. One of the powerful things I've learned to do, in fact, one of the most powerful tools for creating your ultimate life, here's a secret in the last few seconds of today's episode. Learn to meditate. Learn to slow down and spend time with yourself, quietly thinking about nothing. Simply in the stillness, listening to your breath, listening to your heartbeat, letting every thought that intrudes float by like a cloud in a summer sky, and choose to slow down and have some joy and time with just yourself. Not worrying about everything else there is coming and to do. That'll wait. It'll come when it comes. Slow down and have fun with yourself first, with your heart, with your divine nature, with every single thing you have chosen to put on your calendar and in your life. If you learn to slow down and have fun, you will realize so much of what you already have is beautiful, and you are enjoying the ultimate life. Now you've learned the secret of slowing down and having fun. You're going to want to move right on to the next video. We're going to take a little break from the Monster series and pick that up in a minute. Right now we have a special guest, Dr. Rob Kelly, and he is a master at mindset, a master at learning to get control of the inner dialogue and help you achieve the things you really want, no matter where you've been and no matter the difficulty. Watch that video now.